everybody. Welcome to a special interview, surprise thing, whatever, to celebrate Admonition surpassing 1,000 views on YouTube. It's on like 1,200 almost now. Released in under a month. It's crazy, and we're very thankful for that. So we thought we'd get together and answer some of your most pondered upon questions and give our thoughts on the whole process.
But for those who don't know us, I'm Chaitanya Srivastava, and among other roles, I'm the co-producer, co-writer, and director of Admonition.
And I'm James. I'm the actor of Nelson in the film. I play the bad guy, and I also help to co-write and come up with, and we're the creators.
We're the creative heads of the film.
So let's get into the questions, shall we? First question, what was the motive behind Admonition?
So, coming off of Trojan, which was our second film, we were unhappy with the results because it was an attempt to create an action filler, but it ended up being boring.
It was shit, basically.
So, I mean, it was a genuine attempt. We learned a lot from it, but it ended up not going our way, so we wanted to get our sort of redemption, and we wanted to make sure that the next time we attempt an action filler, it has to be something like Admonition. So that was the idea, and that's how the entire process started.
Exactly, yeah. Just more action, less.
Yeah, more action, less talk, more thrills, and the intent was to create this overall summer blockbuster type experience, and it was also this effort to push the envelope in the zero budget films category. So yeah, I think we did a pretty good job of that.
How long did it take to create Admonition? 9 months. 9 months.
Yes.
He came up with the idea in September because, again, after Trojan, and we were like, it's okay, and you've written the script for Vanilla, which was a very toned down film. So it was like, okay, Trojan was shit, man. Next film's gonna have bike chase, car chase, running chase, everything. I'm gonna have everything in this film. And I said, hold your horses, buddy.
Yeah.
So, but that was the basic idea. It's just we wanted more action. So then you came up with the idea of the drive, getting stalled, and we have this, and then
we centered everything around these action set pieces, and we wanted to make sure that the adrenaline rush and the thrills take priority, and we overall create this sense of energy within the film. And that's why we kept on rewriting the film even after we finished the script.
Well, if you want a basic timeline, September was the inception of the idea. Yeah. Then November till January was the principal writing. Yeah. And then January until May was all fine details, choreographing the fight sequences, and then the actual filming took place between May, June, and July. Yeah. So 9 months. Is there a sequel?
One of the most asked questions, and the answer is, well, be patient.
Be patient, yes.
Be patient, because we're going to be going off to uni, and we're not going to the same university, unfortunately, but we'll still be, obviously we'll still be in contact, we'll still work under the same production banner, but it will be a while until we get all the resources and everyone together for the film. So until then, we do have plans connecting Admonition into other films, and you'll see what we have in store later on. But until Admonition's sequel, all we have to say is be patient, because the next film's going to be even bigger, better, and darker.
Rest assured, we're working on it. Don't worry.
Yes.
Next question: how did you get all the production together? So I guess that's all the
equipment and everything. Yeah, Yash Pandey is our top producer, and he gave us his DSLR to work with, and he gave us his house to play around with, which is basically the basement in the first half. And because we were a zero budget film, we had to ask our friends for a lot of the help. And then Lewis came in with his drone, and he's the drone operator and drone DOP for the film. And I brought in a lot of props. And so for capturing the bike chase, for example, we made a Russian arm. A Russian arm is basically a camera crane mounted on a car, used to film high-speed chase sequences usually. So we have to build.
Well, we improvised. Well, we tried it, and then you said it wouldn't work. And then we actually tried it.
Yeah, we actually tried it. So we had a gimbal attached to the phone, and we stuck it to the bike so that it would act like a Russian arm, where the camera would be stabilized, and that's how we captured a lot of the bike chase sequence. And so we had to sort of improvise in that as well, and also the ricochet effect that we had.
Oh, the ricochet is very simple. You just had the...
Yeah, we had Yash hold a deodorant spray, and we positioned the camera such that you only see the character and the spray, and you don't see Yash. Yeah. So he sprayed it in a way which felt like it was a bullet hitting the wall and the wall dust coming out.
It's helpful as well because the wall has like little holes. Like
little holes. So it looks very nice, and so we had to make a lot of compromises because we reserved budget, but then it ended up being really, it ended up paying off, and it ended up being very fun.
Yeah, there's no special effects.
There's no special effects, and the film is all practical. Everything's practical in the film.
Exactly. What's the music used? Chetu composed the entire score. 17 minutes is all him. 100% made by Chetu.
Yeah, that was. We were planning on getting someone else because I had a lot on my plate already within the film, but things didn't work out dates-wise, and so I said that okay, I'll start composing the music, and so one thing led to another where I started to experiment, and things just came together so well music-wise that. Everything just assisted the scene, the sound design, and the sound mixing complemented the score as well. That's the extent to which we kind of used our creativity to try and get
which you have to do
which you have to do in these types of films, and that's we got some very, very cool things to play around with within the music.
Next question. Where, when, and how did you film Admonition? So where we had 4 filming locations. The first one was the office.
Yeah.
The office that you see Marlo in. That took 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Then the next shoot was, in Mallorca, I guess.
Yeah.
The final scene in the film where you have me talking to his character. Yeah. That was shot in Spain whilst we were on holiday. Yeah. Then the next film we did was June 18th?
Yeah. June 18th, 19th.
Yeah, that weekend. That was filmed at Yasha's house in Belgium, where we have the fight scene, the very narrow corridors. It does look like a safe house. It's such a.
It was really apt for what we were looking for. Yeah.
And then the final day of shooting, the hardest day, was the one with all the bikes and the running in Kirchberg. That was terrible.
2 hours for Marlo's portion.
Yours took an hour.
My portion took an hour. Then Yasha's house took 9 hours, and then the bike chase took 8.5 hours. So we were doing 9 hours of action sequences, dialogue sequences, and the hardest day, like James said, was the bike chase sequence because that was just constant running, constant bike chase.
Well, every time you see one of them, you can't really see it, but like in that drone shot, I'm going as fast as I can on the bike ride, and we had to shoot that like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah, we have
so every time you have to retake a film on the bike where you're going full pedal,
it's a little. It can definitely tire your actors, and I was really focused on getting my shots and really making sure that I do my best to make sure these guys don't have to do that many retakes, and that was a very, very tough day to shoot.
Yeah, we pre-visualized every scene was pre-visualized.
All the action sequences that we did, we shot it beforehand without any equipment, without anything, with just the actors and an empty space that we found. And it was just to get a sense of perspective on what camera angles we can use and how I can edit it and how we can sort of perform it on the actual day of shooting. And so we pre-visualized that for the fight sequence and the bike chase, which is definitely the most helpful thing for us because I don't think.
It's imperative.
It's imperative. I don't think we can manage.
No, you lose too much time. Exactly.
Yeah, you lose too much time. You can't
fiddling with it. Yeah, exactly.
Big time.
Next question: how long did it take to make the fight scene? So the fight scene was originally in
December.
We started in December. We made our own, just us.
Yeah,
and it was shit.
It was a juvenile attempt. You can put it that way.
Well, it looked like kids made it. Exactly. So when we realized, we showed it to
we
gym teacher.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that the fight sequence we do not compromise on because that had to be one of the highlights of the film. And it had to look like a fight between 2 experienced martial artists because that's what the characters demand. That's what the script demands. And so we reached out to our PE teacher, Mr. Carlo Knell, who was so sweet in saying yes to helping us. And we choreographed the entire thing. We told him the characters are like this. This one is more agile. This one's more brute force. He designed the action sequence in such a manner where it catered to all our needs, and he was so patient and cooperative with us. And so we spent 2 hours choreographing and pre-visualizing it, and then we pre-visualized
the day before
we shot the actual fight sequence. And so all of that really prepared us in getting what we wanted on the actual day. Otherwise, we would have faced thousands of problems.
Well, we still had to make compromise. Well, okay, there was compromise. So, for example, the first when I get put against the wall and then Rowan throws me, I was supposed to do a power roll because it's more fluid. But I kind of chickened out on the day because it's very narrow. It's a concrete floor.
It's like the thing is, it's like you have to make compromises on the actual day because you don't get to shoot your pre-visualization on the actual shooting location.
No, exactly.
So when you get to the location, that's the first time you're seeing it. That's how it happened for us. So we had no idea what the actual size of the corridor, what the rooms feel like. So maybe it was based on a very rough estimate. Definitely a safety risk, and so I didn't want to compromise the safety. Yeah.
Are these professional actors? And if so, what's their background? No, we're not professional actors. We're all in a group in the same
class. Like we're very good friends, all of us.
Last question. What did you think the response would be when you released it? Well, certainly better than the other films.
Yeah.
Because we knew this was good.
Yeah. Like just looking at the footage and the way the music was shaping up, the sound was shaping up, and the performances and all the.
We knew we were going to surprise people.
We knew we were going to surprise people. Like halfway into the editing, I texted everyone saying that it's going really well. It's come out really well. And I think we have a winner in our hands. And so once the final edit was done, I think I was very, very, very happy.
The trailer, everyone.
The response was crazy for the teaser. A lot of people were very impressed by it. So we knew that the teaser was barely what the film had to offer. You know, but that was essentially our way of checking if it's a successful venture.
Yes, but it's also the first film we didn't cringe at.
Exactly. It's also the first one we didn't cringe at. It's the first one that I was properly engaged in and I properly enjoyed watching.
Support's been ridiculous.
Yeah, and the support's been ridiculous. And I think to get us to where, now that the questions are done, I think we only have one thing left to do. That's to thank you
guys.
Thank you very much. To get us to this point, obviously a film about its audience is absolutely nothing. And you guys have been so incredibly supportive and appreciative of our efforts, and I think we sincerely have to thank you for taking the time out of your lives to watch the film, to send out the love and send the feedback that we need.
Yes, absolutely.
And with that, I think that you can consider this to be a promise from our side that whichever film we make, wherever, whenever,
there's going to be another film.
There's going to be another film for sure, but we're still going to work under Conflict Studios. But whatever we venture into, it's going to be the product or a culmination of our best efforts put together. And that is our promise. That is a genuine promise to make any and every film that we make entertaining and enjoyable for you guys to watch.
Exactly.
And we promise to push the envelope in that respect with whatever resources we have. Because I think that's
we're happy with Admonition, but it's not the best we can do.
It's obviously not the best we can do. At a certain point, you're capped out as artists because of the resources you have. So you just try to make the most of it. So Admonition is definitely not our peak, although it is a very good attempt for where we're at right now, educationally as well. We strive to improve our craft, and we again promise to keep delivering. So do keep supporting us the way you do, and do stay tuned for the jukebox, the soundtrack of Admonition coming out on Spotify soon.
Yep, it's out on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So Conflict Studios channel if you want to watch it, and keep streaming the film as well.
Yes, keep streaming the film as well. Stay tuned, and thank you all once again.
In a bit.